So the origin of this reading is basically I just wanted to try out this tarot cloth to see if I had enough room and where things were going to be placed. So there was no actual thought behind that. But once I actually kind of looked at the cards, I was like, wait a second. Wait a second. Is this yet another damn love reading? I'm like almost so sick of hearing it and hearing that it's being manifested, because so many times have I heard that and then nothing. But here it is anyway. Right off the bat is the Tower in the general atmosphere. That's a huge internal shift is happening. It's really like some kind of internal foundation is being completely shifted and re-stabilized in some way, but there is definitely destruction of the old ways, the old paradigms, the old narratives. Seven of Wands crossed that, so immediately I'm struck with the thought that there's something that's not being protected enough. And it feels like it's your peace, your sense of inner peace is not quite being protected enough. Because it does feel like a lot of people are kind of projecting on you. But in some ways it feels like you're not recognizing that's what it is and you're taking it on as your truth. But there needs to be a firmer boundary or realization there. The foundation is strength. Literally, you're a beast. And the thing is, in some ways you are vicious and savage because of what you've went through and the qualities that were required of you at that time to survive. But on the flip side of that, you approach things with such love and compassion that there's also this gentleness about you. So like if anybody in the world can make the devil fall in love with them, that's you. That's just a natural quality that you have. I think probably that's gotten you in some sticky situations in terms of relationships, especially with codependency or narcissism or any of those aspects. It's probably been a really difficult cycle that you've had to break, and it's taken every bit of your strength to rewrite your story. The passing is justice. I feel like there's something that has just recently been balanced. And this newfound balance is basically the foundational strength that you've been needing to really prosper in your life, to really live your full purpose. What's on your mind is the Emperor. The Emperor is so traditional, but at the same time, they know who they are. They know what they stand for. They know what they're about. They know their boundaries. With that kind of power comes so much responsibility, but the Emperor is up for that. The Emperor has such a strong, solid internal foundation, unfuckwithable, untouchable. You cannot tell the Emperor who he is. And that's the thing. You know who you are. And you're learning to believe in yourself. There's a little tiny bug that just flew past the screen and landed on the wall. And so it feels like people are watching you, not always with the best intentions in mind either. Even there's an eye peeking out from above that Seven of Wands, almost looking for weaknesses in your defenses. And that's probably also why it's important to redefine the boundaries to protect your peace. The near future is Four of Swords. Four of Swords is like, again, it's like there's something that's not being protected. Your peace is not being protected. This is literally taking a time out, taking a step away. And if you don't do that consciously, then the universe will force you to do that in some way. And probably not in the prettiest of ways either. Sometimes it is forced upon you by an illness or accident or something of that nature. So it's a really good idea to get back in tune with your body and know that you are this brilliant, magnificent, self-sufficient creation of existence. And you're so magical and perfect and incredible. So the way you see this situation is Four of Cups. Four of Cups is this miracle that you don't see coming. I think there's been, and this is where it was like, oh, what is this? Because you've gone through all of these things. And I feel like you see a lot. You see through a lot of people. And I think you see through their behaviors. You see through their words. And so a lot of times it's difficult to take people at face value because you know they're lying. You know they're just putting on a mask or putting on airs. It just feels like it takes a really special type of person to actually connect with you on a truly emotional level. Even mentally, like it takes a special type of person because you are literally stellar, interstellar, out of this world. Such a deep thinker, but you have this self-awareness of the complexity of thoughts and emotions, and you're just interesting as hell to talk to. But the thing is, I think there's going to be two sides. I think someone's going to recognize that about you. Possibly they already do. But I also think that there's going to be something put in your path by the universe that you absolutely did not see coming. Ten of Cups is the way the other people see the situation. Other people see it. This emotional fulfillment. Like somebody literally sees you as their happily ever after. Like, are you kidding me right now? It talks about all of this major internal restructuring that has happened and is happening. And then we jump into it immediately like, oh, but there's something. There's something there. The emotions of the situation are the King of Wands. The King of passion and fire. This, to me, seems like very hot sexual chemistry. Like, this feels like a man's man. It is totally giving me Leo energy here. Definitely strong fire energy. I mean, you could even be a fire sign because the Emperor is there. I don't remember what justice is. Or even strength. There's so much fire energy, maybe because that's the energy I know. I mean, we got some earth energy there, but I'm not there yet. It's strong sexual chemistry. Also, I feel like you actually inspire people on such a personal level. You literally initiate personal growth in others because of the healing that you've had to do with yourself on your own. The final outcome is this Page of Cups. Whoever this person is who sees you as their happily ever after, who's starting to recognize the unique, enigmatic wonder that you are, they're trying to figure out exactly how to come forward and express their feelings. And they will do that because this card is there. At the end of the day, they're going to figure out how to come forward and express their feelings. I think they're also going to use humor to do that. With this fish here, there's even Pisces energy here. I mean, there's probably all the energies. Water, fire, earth, air. I mean, honestly, there's probably all of them here. That's probably what justice is air energy. They're getting up their courage. King of Pentacles is the overall, so more masculine energy, but this really feels like something long term. This is literally someone who wants to invest in you. Somebody who wants to build a life with you to help you manifest your vision while you help them manifest theirs. And this is strong earth energy, but it is like this stable, masculine, hardworking energy. So he's not just full of sex and passion. He's also responsible and will truly invest in you and give a shit about the things you talk about. Under that is Queen of Wands. Like, of course it is. Of course it is, because you're so powerful that, again, fire energy. You're so powerful you could warm the entire house or burn the motherfucker down, depending on how you feel, depending on how you're treated. There's so much responsibility with the power you hold, and you've worked so hard to stop denying yourself, to stop playing it small. Under that, of course, is this Five of Wands. I do feel like this person is going to cause a little bit of internal struggle within yourself, because this is not going to be somebody from your past, not somebody that you're used to manifesting. This is not going to be like the fuckboys and the situationships. This is not going to be that. But because this person is who he says he is, it will cause the old you and the new you to kind of duke it out. Under that is Six of Cups. This is a very karmic connection. This is a very emotionally karmic connection. And I don't personally think karmic is all a bad thing. There is good karma. And it does feel like this person is going to be your good karma. Because you've put a lot of love out into the world. And you probably think it was wasted, because it wasn't reciprocated from the people that you gave it to. But the thing is, I think this person is going to come in and reciprocate it collectively. From all the love you've given to everyone else, they're going to seek to give that back to you. Two of Swords is about making a choice, making a decision, trusting your intuition. Because your bullshit detector is on point. Like, you're a walking lie detector. But I think at some point you have to learn to choose yourself and really trust your gut. Stop gaslighting yourself that you're not this powerful fucking high priestess, because you are. Under that, of course, is Ace of Cups. This new love. New layers of self-love and creating new emotional cycles. This is not someone that you're used to. King of Swords, under that, this person is literally going to have such fascinating conversations with you. Like, they are sharp, they are smart. Mentally, they are also a deep thinker, and they are totally on your level. Stimulating conversations, strong sexual compatibility, and stable financial investments. Like, are you kidding me? This is all the best masculine energy right here. Of course, under that is Six of Wands. This is overcoming something, victory, achievement, joy. Literally, I could keep going on and on. Gain at someone else's expense. I think there's going to be people who are really jealous because you and this person are together. They could even squawk and say things like, oh, they're too hot for you. They're not on your level, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Or try to talk shit about that other person. But there's this, y'all are flying high vibes. Like, this connection is literally on another level. Ace of Swords, new thoughts, words, and ideas. I feel like your creativity is going to be stimulated. Your mind is going to be stimulated. I said that really sharp. Even your genitalia is going to be stimulated. Hermit, though, it's going to call you to get out of your shell. Because, like, you have to share who you are and where you've been, your story. But there are weights that you've been carrying that you need to literally put down. Burdens, ancestral burdens, truths that you, false truths, things that were told to you that you took on as your truth. So there's definitely work that needs to be done, but I feel like this person will be such an unexpected surprise and catalyst for a whole new layer of healing that you didn't even think possible. It's because you've been doing it so much on your own, but I feel like there's literally going to be someone coming in when you least expect it. Bam, there they are. And it's going to open a whole new level of vulnerability within you, and that is scary as hell. So, of course, I was like, oh, that's what this is? Okay, that's what this is. So let me pull some oracle cards, and I'm going to use all the most random decks that I don't think would confirm that this is a love reading. Because it didn't start out like that, but then bam, there it was all over it. And so it's like, okay, let's get some more cards, try to get some confirmation. Or if I can, like, talk myself out of this. Creation, expansion in your life. Like, I'm going to get the book, but I don't even need to get the book. Like, literally, expansion in your life. Yes, heart expansion, making room for someone. And then it came with review and reflection, time out needed. And it talked twice in the reading about needing to protect your peace, literally needing to take a time out, needing to meditate more. It's just so much. And then 3 and then 2. I also low-key wonder if this is someone younger than you. Card number 3 links to the planet Jupiter, growth, abundance, blessings, and unlimited resource. Every single thing within... Oh, by the way, this is the Archangel Metatron Oracle. I'm telling you, I'm using all the, like, most random oracle decks. Every single thing within the universe starts from an initial thought. To create anything, we first have to think it, dream it, and above all, believe it's possible with every sense available to us. The energy of creation is there to help change and improve our lives. Sparks of creative light that can be sent out and brought back manifested as something tangible and real. The flower of life shown here is a sacred symbol that assists you with creating. Every action, thought, and deed is boosted by focusing on its geometry and energy, helping you to kickstart, expand, or grow anything we want. Focusing on the image alone will bring healing to any block that prevents this from being so. Draw the energy of the flower of life into your sacral chakra and let it encourage the center within you to get its creative juices flowing again. There are no limits to what we're capable of creating. We all master, creator, manifestors. I did not even read that sentence right. Okay. We are all master creators, able to manifest whatever we set our minds to, which is not wrong. I said because we're all what, master manifestors? And yet Archangel Metatron reminds us that we have to create with our hearts as well as our minds. Our minds know only what they've already experienced. The heart can lead us on to bigger things not yet imagined. Before I read more, because I mean, clearly there's like more paragraphs, it feels like, again, something has been initiated, but your heart and your mind are finally on the same page. They're what has been coming into balance. Because your conscious and your subconscious mind, for so long, were operating on 2 different frequencies. Like, you want something, but at the same time, there was this lack of belief that you deserve it or could have it. And whatever is shifting within you, whatever lies that you're laying down, you're rewriting your truth for yourself. That's creating space within you and bringing your mind and your heart onto the same page. The heart will also manifest for the greatest good of all, something of worth, of beauty, of wisdom, and of love. This in turn produces abundance. If you're lacking this now, take a moment to observe your patterns and thoughts around wealth, happiness, and prosperity. Literally, this person you're manifesting could actually be very wealthy. Like, actually. Changing your thought changes the outcome, but you have to create that shift within and put it into action. That's exactly what you've done. Abundance comes to those who are in line with their passion and their calling and are serving a wider need. If you're unsatisfied with what you do, ask Archangel Metatron to inspire you with new ideas, new opportunities, and new motivation to create a new reality for yourself that better serves you. Drawing this card implies that it's time for you to think big, to dream, to believe that anything is possible, because it is. It's only your own fear that has prevented or thwarted you up to now. Whatever your circumstances, whatever your history, Metatron calls you to create anew and redefine who and what you are. Look around you at your inner and outer world and assess what needs changing or altering. You have the power to do this now with your heart and mind. If you need to walk away from old outworn situations that dull your sparkle and joy of life, seek out alternatives and be creative in your approach to doing so. Talk to others, expand your horizons, and visit new places to provide you with fresh impetus. I don't know what that word means. You are born with unique gifts and talents. You're being reminded that you have untapped skills. It may be time to take up a creative pursuit. Dancing, singing, painting, designing, whatever it is, do it with enthusiasm and success will follow. If you've forgotten what these gifts are, let Metatron remind you. He knows all you are capable of and more. The power of creation is yours. Use it well. You are creating opportunities for yourself, and you are being asked to unlock your creative aspect and use it to create a happier, healthier, wealthier life for yourself, and to attract exactly the right people into your life to help you do that. And then review and reflection. Card number 2 links to the moon, our subconscious self, the feminine energy, illumination, and reflection. So already I can tell this is going to be about moving into the space of allowing yourself to receive. You don't always have to be the giver, just because you always have been. And for a lot of you, it's probably been the way you've been validated. But again, there's something shifting and you're learning to allow, to let things flow to you instead of working so damn hard to create it or manifest it. Just as action is required at times in life, so is the need to stand back and review and reflect. Balance comes from learning that both are important and serve each other well. Success comes from not rushing or trying to be first, but in taking time to plan, review, and create strategy to achieve your goals and desires. You are at a time right now where you're urged to momentarily stop and see how far you've come. The path of the wise is to know when energy needs to be conserved, when to stop and take a breath, and when it's time for reflection. Take a moment to look back and appreciate the difference between who you were a year ago and who you are today. Are you satisfied with your progress? Do you feel content with how things are? Do you notice the changes in yourself and your own evolution? Look at the landscape from whence you have come, the people who shaped you, the experiences along the way, the thoughts and feelings from your past that have created this moment, and who you are now. Appreciate all of this. All served you. What did the past teach you? What have you gained or perhaps lost? See all of it, however difficult, as part of life's rich tapestry, each aspect forming the fabric of your life. You may be asked to look back and forgive or accept something you have found challenging, or you may be asked to reach out in friendship to those you lost touch with. As you look back, Metatron will show you what it is that now requires attention. Visualize yourself beside a still pool of fresh water and notice where your attention wanders, maybe to a past event or person, and allow that now. Feel what you were supposed to feel and allow insight and healing to come to you. Link into your heartbeat and allow it to match that of the earth. Connect with the still waters of the pool in front of you and allow the water within your own emotional body to be calm. All is well as you pause, review, and reflect. The full moon reflected in the pool is supporting you to do this and to feel the truth of her feminine silvery light. This lunar influence will also help you get deeper in touch with your innermost feelings and desires and rest a while in her soft embrace. The moon rules your subconscious, and so allow her to stir that within you to recall moments that have yet to be properly processed or remembered. This may include recalling moments in this life that you have buried or failed to accept, and review of past lives. There is no rush, just a gentle, slow pace. Time stops and allows you to spend a sacred moment reflecting on all that was, all that is, and all that can be. And really, I think that's the truth of it, is creating that sacred space for yourself. Valuing yourself to give you whatever time you need to integrate all that you have learned. You're not the person you used to be. And truth be told, you're not the person you're becoming. But you are who you are right now, and there's literally no one else that could be a better you. And if you think about that, think about all the people you know or have known. Do you honestly think any of them could have been a better you than you? That answer is a resounding no. You absolutely are the best possible you there could be. So the next unlikely deck was the Time Traveler's Oracle. 36 stability and 28 patience. I do feel like a lot of that is resting and reflecting and then remembering who you are. There's power in the stillness, and there's power in who you are. Okay, 36 and 28. I'm telling you, this person literally could be younger. Stability, messages from a boab tree, Africa. I was struck with both of these are trees, so I thought that was kind of cool. Let's now time travel several thousand years into the past. We arrive in the grasses of a hot, dry African savanna to stand at the base of a 1,000-year-old boab tree. These trees can live for more than 2,000 years and be some of the oldest living organisms on Earth. The one we're gazing upon is 82 feet tall and 46 feet in diameter at the base. We're in awe. We can feel its sacred energy and easily understand how these trees became steeped in legend. As we watch, people gather to perform a traditional ceremony inside the hollow interior and around the base. What is the secret of the boab's survival for thousands of years? They have the unique ability to absorb and store water during the rainy season, then meet it out during the dry season. They are known as the Tree of Life because they create stability for communities who make their homes near them. They provide shelter, food, and water for people and animals alike. As we stand beneath these titans of the savannah, we feel stable in our reality and firmly grounded in our connection to all of life. That is interesting because a couple of things. On the tapestry, the whole reason I started this reading to measure, it's the picture of a tree. And then underneath that, this tapestry, the big one, is also a picture of a tree. It's like the tree of life. And this card before was the flower of life. So there's definitely something here about actually starting to live, not just survive, but thrive. Okay, the Time Traveler's message. To gain stability in your life, take measure of your relationships, finances, possessions, and health. Heal old wounds and strengthen relationships with your loved ones. Make careful plans for the future. Sometimes it's valuable to imagine a worst-case scenario, then figure out a strategy to survive and thrive. This can actually prevent that situation from occurring. However, do not act on these plans until you feel secure about going forward. If you're not feeling grounded in life, it's important to put everything else aside until you do. Think things through before you take action. Do not rush into anything. If you're going to make financial investments, only make ones that are safe and secure. It's not the time to take risks. This is an excellent time to go into partnership with others, whether it's a marriage, a business venture, or a creative project. If you move slowly, go deep, and look for constancy in life. Lasting success will follow. So literally, keep your bullshit meter turned on. You're going to need it. But at the same time, there's going to be an anomaly. There's going to be someone who's literally going to be a safe bet, and you're going to know it. Because they're going to be so different than your usual. Patience, messages from under the Bodhi tree, northern India. Instantly, this made me feel like you've been waiting for this. You've been hearing these messages for so long about this stable, secure partnership, this soulmate, this person that actually freaking gets you. And it's literally taken forever, it feels like. But the thing is, it's not too late. Just because you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, it's not too late. That's the thing about love. Sometimes it's the love of a lifetime. It expands across multiple timelines and dimensions and spaces. Okay, we're in India in the 5th century, sitting under a Bodhi tree before the meditating figure of the Buddha. Again, about meditation and protecting your peace, finding the power within the silence. We're not alone. One of the other students here whispers to us that Siddhartha Gautama was born as a prince into an aristocratic family. As a young man, he led a comfortable life, but was moved by the suffering in the world. He renounced his prosperous life for one of poverty, asceticism, I don't know what that means either, and meditation, eventually becoming the founder of Buddhism. In fact, he became enlightened after sitting under this very tree for 49 days without moving. What incredible patience. So literally, 49 could be significant. 4/9 is my birthday. That is April. That is Aries. You could be 49. Add them together, it's 13, which again is 49 days. As Buddha casts his wise eyes in our direction, we can feel the depth of his serenity. It feels like he's looking into our souls. There's such enduring stillness within him. He feels so patient with the foibles of the world and yet very compassionate despite it all. That makes me feel like it could literally be within 3 months. That's 2 months, literally within like 49 days. So literally within the next 2 months, you could meet this person. This potentially younger fire sign. The time traveler's message. This is a sign that patience is called for. Do not move forward. Do not make major decisions or sign contracts. Knowing will emerge. The right direction will appear. That makes me feel like instantly you're going to have to say no to what you don't want. Because when it's getting this close, this long-term, stable relationship that you want, the universe is going to throw some last-minute tests your way. So there could be like old flames popping up, people from the past. You could have people propositioning you. Like, do you want to be FWBs? I mean, literally, there's going to be things that will be very tempting. But you're going to have to say no because that's not what you really want. Because the real thing that you do want is coming, but it very well possibly may come after a few no's. As you wait, it's not uncommon for your imagination to be sparked. Savor and mull over the information, but do not act on it just yet. You would not plant tomato seeds one night and then go shout at the earth the next morning because there are no tomatoes. Instead, you would trust that even if you can't see the results of your efforts, eventually tomatoes will appear. Whether you're waiting for an investment, a project, a relationship, or a diet to pay off, forbearance is called for. Beneath the surface, your life is transforming. You just need to be patient. And literally, we started the reading with the tower. So underneath the surface, you yourself are transforming. Be patient with yourself. If others are acting badly, remember that bad behavior comes out of fear. Don't look at this as a time of despairing, but as one of preparing for your future to unfold. If you're willing to wait a bit, your dreams will come in almost miraculous ways. Literally showing up out of nowhere. Literally, when you least expect it, showing up out of nowhere. So the next deck, the most unlikely, is this Britney Spears Oracle. So I don't think I've ever used this, but maybe once, and definitely not in a public reading. The Bubblegum Brit and the Space Princess is what we got. So funny. Oh, I don't even know what order these are in, I guess. Oh, there's the Bubblegum Brit. As a teen, Britney was everything we wanted to be. Sweet, flirty, and decked out in the biggest trends of the time. From crop tops to lip gloss to pigtails. You know, you spent hours at sleepovers trying to learn her choreography. She was everywhere, posing on magazine covers, performing in mall tours and stadium stops, selling Skechers and Pepsi, even getting her very own doll. She was the girl next door and a pop star pinup. Bubblegum Britney harkens back to a more innocent time when new crushes and first kisses were everything, and your biggest dilemma was what to wear to the prom. When life feels stressful, get in touch with your inner bubblegum teenager and lighten up. Remember the blush of a bright future and the excitement of growing up. This person, there's gonna be so much innocence about it. Like this, you're gonna be so giggly, and that new crush feeling when everything's so light and bubbly. You're going to know the interactions with this person are going to be literally so different. Like your inner teen is going to come out and be glowing and giggly and even flattered. This is exciting, but like, I think you're going to understand from a very early stage that this person is different. And the Space Princess, can you blame the astronaut in the Oops, I Did It Again video for venturing to the depths of the sea to bring Britney the heart of the ocean? We certainly can't. The Oops video and accompanying album saw Britney taking things to the next level. Bigger videos, bigger dance breaks, and bigger pop domination. In her red cat suit, Space Britney shows us exactly why she became such a superstar. You can't take your eyes off her as she executes every move flawlessly and captivates the entire space station. The Space Princess is a symbol of confidence and empowerment. The sky or the stars is the limit for you. This person is literally going to think you hung the moon. Literally. And they will go to the depths of the ocean to rescue a necklace for you, because they think you are worth it. You are so captivating. And it is your confidence and your empowerment that draws this person to you. They literally, see, even the unlikely decks are just confirming what I think. Maybe I'm trying to make it fit, but it's making it so easy for me. The next unlikely deck is the Stripper's World Oracle. And the first card says, partner up. It's better to ask for help than trying to do it all alone. You sure could try it on your own, but you don't need to. Let someone else contribute to your goals and save you some time. This person is literally going to want to invest in you. You're not going to have to do it alone. You've had to be so independent and carry everything on your own for so long. Allow yourself not to have to do that anymore. And jealousy, be conscious of your thoughts or the company you keep. Jealousy can balloon quickly into destructive behaviors and cause actions that are selfish and controlling. This one is twofold for me because on one hand, I think you need to be sure not to be jealous with this person because they're not your exes. They're not the people who've hurt you in the past. They didn't do that to you. Those other people did. You have no reason to be jealous and mistrust them. On the other side of that, I think there will be people who are going to be jealous of you because this person is going to be good looking, very possibly well off, and other people may feel this is someone out of your league. But the truth, it's not. Because you are so much more magnificent than you believe. And this person will see it. And the Thief of Joy, apples to apples comparison. Your highlights to theirs. What use is that? Happiness comes from appreciating what's in front of you, not wishing you were doing something else, and not wishing you were someone else. This person is literally going to see you for exactly who you are. You're not going to need to be anyone else. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to their exes. Don't compare them to your ex either. Apples and oranges, completely different. You are so uniquely you, and that's what makes you so sexy. That's what makes you so alluring. There's no use in wishing you were somebody else, or trying to be somebody else, or wishing you looked like somebody else. That shit's irrelevant. I didn't mean to pull from this deck. I thought I was grabbing this next one, but it wasn't. It was this one. So I said, okay, I'm keeping it. And this is one I just wrote random songs on, lyrics from songs. So the first one out is Unbothered by Aquila. You took some parts of me and there's no taking back. Wish I could, honestly. Who's jealous? Can't be me. And there's no crawling back. You don't know where I be. I found my peace. I'm karma. I found my peace. I'm karma. Sexy, yeah, I'm hotter. Happier without ya. Learn to be unbothered. Since I've gone away, you feel the shift in energy. I know you always like the chase, but I'm switching up the pace. Literally, sorry my voice sucks, but also sorry, not sorry, because whatever. You are karma. You're so sexy and attractive just the way you are. And it is the energy of being unbothered, not being triggered by who other people choose to be. And not being triggered by the things that were done to you, the shit from your exes and people you've cared about. Not holding that against new people. You're not the person you used to be. People you used to know don't know where to find you anymore because you're not that person. The next song is Animali by Incubus. A cloud hangs over the city by the sea. I watch the ships pass and wonder if she might be out there and sober as a well for loneliness. Please do persist, girl. It's time we met and made a mess. I picture your face in the back of my eyes. A fire in the attic. A proof of the prize. Anomaly. Anomaly. Okay. Sorry again. But literally, like, you are like a lighthouse on a cloudy night, guiding this person home. That's how bright and enigmatic you are. You light up the world around you. They have literally been looking for someone like you. Someone who's pulled their shit together, who's not still caught up in old paradigms and cycles of toxicity. You are proof that there is a prize out there. You are their prize. A fire in the attic. Big fire sign in this reading. Like, literally, they are manifesting someone like you. They're probably even having dreams about you. Okay, on to the next one. I did actually mean to pull. It was the Island Time Wellness Law of Attraction deck. We actually got a lot of these that came out, and I kind of was like, okay, if that's what you say. First one is High Vibes. Surround yourself with positivity. Connect with yourself and source, solfeggio frequencies, and your tribe. So yes, you are actually doing work to call in your soul tribe, to call in your person. High Vibes. I talked about this a little bit earlier. There's going to be people who are jealous of you, who are going to try to talk some shit. But literally, you and this person are on a whole other frequency, a whole other vibe. And that's part of how you're finally calling in this person, because there's something major shifting. You're connecting to yourself in a more intimate and authentic way than before. And that is the secret ingredient to being so casually sexy to this person. Happiness, combine talent with passion, live your dreams, helping others, gratitude journal, and self-love. Literally, you're seeking happiness, like true, genuine happiness. You're not putting on a mask or a front. You're not just happy on the internet and your whole life's falling apart. Like, that's what makes you so real, is your quest for authentic happiness. And that's what you add to your relationships as well. Like, you add that level of actually being happy. And you genuinely connect with people. You're actually irreplaceable. Like, you're actually irreplaceable. There's probably, some of your exes are probably still looking for you and other people because you won't have nothing to do with them now. So they're still looking for you and other people. And that's the thing, they're never going to find it. There is no other you. Inner peace, clearing past ancient trauma, physical, mental, and spiritual practices, and love inner child. This is literally new levels of self-love, healing your inner child, and really connecting with it and talking to it, having little dance sessions with it, or even drawing sessions, just doing things your inner child would thank you for. But I also feel like it's unlocking that vulnerability within you, that safe space. Let me just say, you've become the safe space for others, but there's probably been a part of your inner child that has not felt safe. But I think this person is going to be that safe space. And that's how you know, I think. If your inner child feels safe with someone, that's how you know. Like, literally, that's how you know. There is huge clearing of past and ancient trauma. Just like, this is not the same repeated cycle. That lesson was learned. Yeah, it took you a few times, maybe a few decades, a few misguided toxic relationships, but you've finally broken that cycle. And working on your energy, working on your inner peace, protecting that at all costs. That's such a huge theme of this reading. I found my peace, I'm calmer, I'm sexier, I'm hotter, I'm happier without you, I like to be unbothered. Okay, perspective, gaining clarity, see other side, consideration, impression versus fact, and taking responsibility for your life. I do think there's something here about your self-awareness, but I feel like there's some kind of perspective shift needed in forgiving the people in your past. And it's essential so that you don't bleed on those who didn't cut you, because whoever this is coming in, they didn't cut you, baby. They would never do that. They're not your past. They're not your exes. They're not those people. So it is so important to heal from those and clear those out honestly and truly. But I think once you start to get to know this person, they're going to line up. You're going to see that the facts match your impressions. Their words match their actions. And I don't think that's something you're used to. But I also feel like because you take responsibility for your own shit, that is part of what draws this person to you. Like, your very unique perspective. How to manifest. State thought, I am or have, believe, feel having it, inspired action, know it's done, have fun, align, and receive. This is very much moving into the receptive space and literally feeling it true. Visualize it multiple times a day if that's really what you want to do. If you want to change something in your life, if you want to manifest something quickly, whether it's a partnership, a new job, more money, whatever it is, actually feel the feelings of how it would feel to have that thing. And take action towards it. Don't just sit in your house thinking that like the love of your life is going to be the pizza guy, But the thing is, the pizza delivery guy, but the thing is, you never order pizza. You never order the pizza. So, like, how can you expect the universe to bring this person to you if you're not doing anything? That may be a terrible example, but you can't win the lottery if you don't play. If you're not actually doing anything, taking any action. If you want to pay cash for a house in 1 year, you're going to have to start a savings account, start putting some of it aside instead of just talking about it for a year. There's some kind of action needed to help usher in this manifestation. And then darkest before dawn, breakdown before breakthrough, major shift is in progress, dissolving barriers and ascending. I do think you have been through some very dark times in your life, and you're probably just exiting a dark night of the soul. There does feel like there is a breakthrough coming. And again, there is a major shift in progress because that is that Tower card. That is the breakdown before the breakthrough. The thing with the Tower is sometimes the Tower has to fall to clear the path ahead. Whatever this Tower is, that it was blocking the path. And now it's about to be cleared out. All of this ancient trauma, these generational burdens that you've been carrying, all of the pains from the wounds that you've not forgiven others for, all of that has been weighing on you, and it's finally being cleared out. And that is literally shifting your manifestations on their head. And you're maybe actually for real this time calling in this person. I know you've heard that before. Maybe. Because you're actually doing the work. I keep dropping these two cards. What is my deal? Okay. Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake it all the time. So the next unlikely deck is this Holographic Oracle. And it's just got animals on it. So the first one is a tiger, watching, silent, stalking, interested, lust, and wanting. So this person could be watching you. They could know who you are. Even if you don't know who they are, I feel like they definitely could possibly know who you are. They're interested because of who you are when no one's looking. When you think no one's looking, because baby, someone's looking. Someone is looking. I think they're trying to see if you match up, because I feel like they've probably really been hurt in the past. They're trying to figure out if you're a risk worth taking. Squirrel, collecting, saving, hoarding, and secret plans. I do feel like somebody is making plans to come in. I feel like they're still gathering information. This is so kind of crazy, but honestly, because I'm kind of remembering the little tiny bug that flew in the frame at the beginning of the reading, I could see this person, because they have money, and when you have money, you act differently. I could see them like sending in a friend or someone to try to proposition you to see if you'll say yes. And again, when I was talking about saying no to things you don't want, when you're saying no to hooking up with someone, they're going to go back and tell their buddy and be like, nah, man, they said no. So then this person, like, I wouldn't put it past him to like do little tests and shit like that to make sure that you match up to who they think you are. And maybe that's not necessarily the best idea or like the coolest thing to do. But like, I think sometimes people, sometimes it's a wonder, do they like me for me or my money? Do they like me for me or for like all these things I have or what I could give them? And the last one is frog, leap of faith, risk, ready for something new. I feel like you have to take a chance on yourself. You have to take a chance on this person. And I feel like this person kind of needs to take a chance on you too. But I do feel like they're figuring out how to how to enter the chat, basically. To like get out of silent mode. I think they're figuring out how to enter the chat. Because baby, they want to talk to you. Okay, and to end this, I got from my little Sweary Affirmations. And so the first one is, these are the two I kept dropping on the ground for some reason. Get up, show up, and show the world you're a fucking legend. So I feel like it is kind of difficult for you to like recognize what an absolute rock star you are. Like, you are so not mundane, run-of-the-mill average. Like, you are so far beyond. And the thing is, you probably look for you in other people without realizing that's what you're doing, and it will never be found. There is no one like you. You're a fucking legend. The sooner you recognize that, that's that confidence and empowerment that's going to call this person right in. And not loving myself is total bullshit. I feel like your journey to self-love has been fraught with potholes. It has not been easy. And again, there's a lot of things that were said to you in childhood, and those things were taken as truths. And they were just never your truth. So all those, I just keep wanting to say sentences. All those sentences that people told you were your truth, they were never who you were. Never. If someone made you feel like you weren't lovable or straight up told you that you weren't lovable, they were lying. That was their own woundedness. That's where that came from. That did not originate with you. It was not your wound. It was not your truth. And you've done a lot of fucking work to undo that. And I honestly think your work is about to pay off. Okay, one more unlikely deck, and then we'll end this. This is the Lover's Oracle. And again, just not one I use. Although I've had my suspicions this whole thing was a love reading, and I definitely shaped it that way with each of these cards. I mean, but it makes sense to me. It all kind of flowed and vibed, and I feel like that's how you're going to be with this person. You're going to flow and vibe and feel so giddy and giggly and like you're a damn teenager again in the throes of first love. So this is the one that came out, Kissing the Heart on the Tree, which goes in line with the rest of the reading because the Tree of Life came out, a couple of other trees. Expansion of the heart space, even dismantling some of your walls that have protected you, but they've also kept people out. Okay, this says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Huge confirmation. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. And that's part of it, is really understanding you deserve this. You deserve to be seen for the fucking legend you are. For the fucking goddess you are. Blessings of love soon to come your way. But it's knowing that you actually deserve this. Okay. One more came out, and then I'm going to take the top and the bottom, and then we'll end this. So the one more that came out was this. And it says, friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So I do feel like this is someone that like you could actually be friends with, and that maybe that's how it will start, is as a friendship. But I think you're going to like this potential best friend. I think this is someone that like you would actually be friends with. Okay, the one on the top, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. This person is manifesting you. They're literally dreaming about you. And then the one that was on the bottom, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. That goes along with patience. I feel like it's like you can't rush production is what I heard. You're manifesting this person, but you want to do it right. So you don't just want to, like, the first person that comes along, you're like, yeah, that's it, because I'm manifesting so hard. No, you got to actually, like, listen to your intuition, listen to your body. How does your body react to every new person that comes into your life? Because with the right person, it's going to be different. And they're going to feel exactly the same thing. They're manifesting you just as much as you're manifesting them. And that means all the healing that you've done to change the narratives, your personal narratives, they've done the same thing. They've had to do the same thing. And that's going to be yet another level that you're going to connect on. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Love you.